It's in the cards, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard. As he's dropped at the 23. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Second down, another run with Taylor. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. This defense, tough to run against. And those linebackers, they go side to side up the field, and there they get it for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the 2nd level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact when they wrap up like that.
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Now Ryan. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down.
That was a really nice job there, stretching zone coverage by running that route deep enough before breaking it back towards the sideline and being open.
And a precise throw for the reception of the 1st. on first down.
And going right back to Pittman.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Unbelievable.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Ryan. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
An 8-yard gain brings up 2nd down at the Cardinals' 28-yard line.
Shut him down. Shut him down. Let's do this.
2nd and 12. To throw again is Ryan. Taken in by Pascal out left. And they'll have it in the red zone before it crosses over out of bounds. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
And oftentimes we think about statement drives in the second halves of games, especially in the 4th quarter. But here, it's happening early. A definite statement. They've held on to the ball for a healthy portion of this 1st quarter already. And now after that completion, they're set up 1st and goal.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. The option to give to Taylor here. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor punching it in from a yard away. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. Point after here coming up. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told.
And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown.
Moore now on the return.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Cardinals making their way out, and it's the #1 overall pick in 2019, Kyler Murray at the helm.
Drafted with the idea that he'd be one of the most dangerous quarterbacks in the NFL when he put it all together. We've been seeing that progress throughout his career. This guy's legs, we knew they were phenomenal. Arm, top-notch. But now we're seeing his mind come into the game. Reed's defense is better and better each and every week, and is showing patience as a passer as well. Not as eager to exit the pocket, finding guys downfield for bigger plays. That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do, because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Come on.
First carry for James Conner. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Darius Leonard blew that play up.
What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
And so much of being a good tackler is understanding and taking the right angles to a ball carrier. And that was just tremendous straight line speed there. He eliminated the angles and was able to meet his man behind the line of scrimmage.
And on the next-gen stats, it shows he clocked in at 18 miles an hour. Behind the chain, 2nd and 13.
To throw, it's Murray. It's caught on the right side, Williams. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. He'll dump this one off to Conner. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Andy Lee in punt formation for the Cardinals.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Cardinals nothing.
Back in Arizona, 2nd quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession. On 4th down, here's Andy Lee on to kick it away.
Back deep for the Colts, Nyheim Hines.
He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline.
Let's go. Let's go. 23-yard line.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know, they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
A throw for Pittman is intercepted.
Ryan picked by his former teammate Robert Alford. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Murray. And now another one thrown incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And now out is the Cardinal field goal team here. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And they are on the board, but but still trailing. It's 7-3.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal.
And here's Rodgers to return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Matt Ryan in the offense heading back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense. Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
And here comes the end around as Ryan will just leave this for his wide out.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 42-yard line.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. They'll try the left side with Taylor.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Back to Taylor on 1st down.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
Here's Ryan to throw. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6, and it's 3rd down.
It's Ryan. Got an open man. That's Campbell.
And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boys, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Shifts by him at the 25 and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
51 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
The give to Taylor.
And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
On 2nd and 7, Ryan. That's into the hands of Pascal. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Slant pass hauled in by Campbell.
Touchdown, Colts! Paris Campbell from 13 yards out. And the Colts are able to grow their lead.
Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT.
And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
The score.
A 10-play drive that time. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. On the return, Rondale Moore will bring it out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
4 yards remain for 2nd down.
Shotgun now for Murray. And his throw here's incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Here's Murray. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play there on the catch and run.
Now that certainly solidifies how to attack this 2-minute drill right before the half. I don't think they were going to try and run out the clock, but now after that big play, their thoughts are certainly of trying to score and get some points before the half.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's he's inside the 30. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3, this is where the ball goes anymore.
Second and 10.
From the gun, Murray. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Touchdown! That's caught at the 1. DeAndre Hopkins, 29 yards.
And the Cardinals get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did. They didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Now Matt Prater for the point after. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. After the touchdown, now is Prater to kick.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retakes center stage.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
Six yards left on second down.
Ryan. Campbell making the catch. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Ryan. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Ryan. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, smart trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Ryan. He'll check this down to Hines. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Again, Ryan.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They run with Hines. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Colts. And their passing game has been the reason why they lead thus far. They've had great success moving the ball through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they too found some success throwing the football. But I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter.
And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Murray now on 1st down. Dancing to his left.
And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the 1st down and then slides to the ground.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion, really good pickup.
First down, Murray. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Williams. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Brings up second and 3 at the 46-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Murray. And this will be swung out here for counter. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
It's a gain of 8. First down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Here's Connor on the read option. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. 1 yard gain. Brings up second and 9.
Throwing now is Murray. It's complete to Williams. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Brings up third and 4.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Murray. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Murray giving to Connor on the draw. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
One advantage having a elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. Wide open receiver, complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kyler Murray with a touchdown throw to DeAndre Hopkins. And the Cardinals have taken the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Prater on to add the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This taken in at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Working with his 2nd and 4.
Here's Ryan. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. On the draw is Taylor. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. And now trotting back out with the rest of his offensive mates, the big tight end. And partner, the defense, they were keyed in on him early, but his talent shining through as of late.
I like what you said about keyed in because it all started in their first meeting of game planning for this game, where they went over things with their team and said, all right, this is the guy we have to take out of the game. Make sure you get enough coverage on him, all the different defenses. Sometimes you run everything you've got in the first half, and they adjust in the second half and start to play better. As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Murray now to throw. Trying to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Rocky Sin. And the Colts are going to get it back here just past the 35. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 5 yards remain on 2nd down. Ryan. Pittman with a great grab. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So in the Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Ryan. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Ryan. And this is incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman that time. And it's 3rd down. They'd love to get a little closer field goal on 4th down. From this spot, it's 46 yards. To throw again is Ryan. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. A 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be from 56 yards out. And this is no good. Oh, by a matter of inches, he missed it wide to the right. A 4th quarter miss like that, there is no lonelier feeling than that kicker right now.
As we all know, a lot of these games, they come down to special teams. And when that chance comes, you have to perform in order to help your team get over the top.
Could have tied it. Instead, they remain down 3. The Cardinals offense ready to set up shop. They caught a break with that missed field goal. Instead of being tied, they now sit in the 4th quarter driver's seat, still up 3. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. After he cleared the line of scrimmage, nice little hole developed.
Yeah, great blocking right there at the start. But how about his vision, finding the open spaces and letting his feet carry him to him?
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
From the 41, Murray. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Murray a give. This is counter. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
From the 31, Murray. It's complete to Hopkins. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Running right on the option is Murray. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good game. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a 2nd down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
On 2nd down now. It's Connor, and the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Again, a run with Conner. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. James Conner, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. On third down and short and everything well executed, he not only gets the first down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations. There's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action you. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play.
Now Prater to add the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Rodgers on the return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So Matt Ryan of the offense, down 24-14. A minute 53 remaining. They'll need a score here and also likely an onside kick recovery, but first things first. 1st and 10. Ryan to throw. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. The clock still runs. We're at 90 seconds now. Here's Ryan. That is incomplete.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Ryan. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
This is getting close to a no-win situation now. They've got one final shot. They're on their end of the field, and it's 4th and long. This might require a little extra razzle-dazzle to get it done.
Here we go. It's Ryan on 4th down. He's got Doyle. And they finally are able to take him down at the opposite 47. And a really unbelievable play there on 4th and long. On the defensive side of the ball, that's the definition of frustrated. You get them to 4th down, and then you allow a chunk play like that in the passing game.
Almost felt as if that play was drawn up in the dirt on the sideline. They pulled that from a game plan that wasn't this game, and they still made it work.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. And that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Here's Ryan. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on 1st down. Throwing now is Ryan. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the 1st down sack. Ryan. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Now it's Ryan. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal. Pushes him back big time. And now you'd figure the field goal team coming on 4th. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the 2nd half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a 2nd half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.